All right, everyone, to watch this video for Tuesday, July 23rd, showing you the SPY here. Very narrow range. Look at that. It doesn't even look like a candle. It looks like a little bit of paint splatter. Very low volumes. Just a really quiet day. Having said that, I got to give props to Kevin P. It's Beyond Meat. Switch to 5-minute candles. He called this early on, early in the opening 5 minutes, probably in the opening couple of minutes through 180 in chat. That was his idea before it triggered. Clean seller on the tape, and it went up a mere $20 from there. So wow, what a great call. Maybe should be on your watch list for tomorrow too. It did basically came very close to testing all-time highs. But what am I watching for tomorrow? LK, very strong day. We already started noticing this one in pre-market because of the news, and it ended up closing pretty strong. So we definitely want to watch this one tomorrow. It's kind of near breakout if you look at like the last 2 months worth of trading, but came a long way today, so I'd like to see it rest for a couple days. But still, maybe tomorrow. You never know. See if we get a low risk setup. OTLK, big volume 3 sessions ago, and really just kind of, let me zoom in and show you kind of a couple quiet days, right? If it gets going a red to green, something like that, it might come up and retest this recent high from a few sessions ago. And certainly if it gets above that, could squeeze. So I do kind of like that chart. SES, now this one, super obscure, but a lot of potential in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. First of all, just looking at the candlesticks, you had this big pop here, topped out at 560. Then you had a little bit of a lower high here at 544, and then today again, 545. So it's certainly out of this range, could squeeze. It's got a tiny float now, and I believe today was maybe day one. Don't quote me on that for sure, but I think today was day one of a reverse split. And it's not that often you see a reverse split after day one actually have kind of a handsome chart too. So it's a reverse split that's near breakout. So, but I would point out it barely traded 200,000 shares today. So it is definitely thin, but I suspect it's one of those that could go crazy with a proper setup. We'll see. You want to be careful with it position size wise. QTT seems like maybe it's bottomed now, found support here, had a nice little run from, let's give you some numbers here, from like 398 over the course of a few sessions to 519. So that's a nice little 3 or 4 day move right there. Looked like it was rolling over and it's kind of curling right back up. So I do want to watch this one. Let's see what it do today. It topped out at 494. To me, we'll see if when we get a clean seller on the tape at 5, and then if we get through that, 520 would be a break out of this range. So that's kind of one setup I'd be looking for in QTT. DRRX, big volume day today. Let me pan out a little bit here so you get a better picture. And a pretty strong close, all things considered. This is not a low float stock, but it did a nice job breaking this 90 resistance where it hit here, and they did have good news today, I think with Gilead or something like that. So certainly one to watch for a follow-through day. LCI, super extended. That's a big day for LCI. But I'm going to watch it tomorrow, but really it's kind of more like, hey, let's watch this for the next several days. I'd like to see it flag for a couple days, but you never know, right? Really nice volume today, so we'll see what happens. APRN. There we go. This had a big pop, and then a few days lower, and then started to curl today. I got to give hats off. If you weren't there in the chat today, let me pan out and show you where Ramesh pointed this out to the room. Until I got new charts. Everything's a little different with my new computer. This is about where Ramesh pointed out. It was already on the watch list for today, right? Because I liked the chart after that big rip the other day and a few day pullback. And I should have just said, you know what, I agree with Ramesh, Tokyo right here. And instead I sat there with, I didn't have the webcam on, but if you could have seen it, I sat there with a really stupid look on my face watching it do that without ever grabbing a share. I mean, that's not true. I got 100 shares right here almost by accident. I tried to grab this little flag break right here, and I don't remember how many shares my order was for, but I got filled with 100. So I made 40 cents. I made $40 on that on 100 shares. So anyway, because of that big intraday movement, because of this monster move 4 sessions ago, APRN is absolutely one to keep an eye on as day traders, which is what we are, right? TEDU had a big volume day. Let's see, this would have been Thursday. Then Friday looked like a shooting star, like it's going to roll right back over. and then Monday right back up, and the whole number 2 just above, and then another potential catalyst of over 225 from Friday's high above that. So this is, even though it's an ugly daily chart, it's getting some nice volume down here, and the last few days makes this one a little interesting back through 2 to me. And then lastly, GLBS, and maybe some other baby shippers too. This wasn't like a huge volume day, 525,000 shares, but it's trying to break out of this range, and there was other shippers. I think NM is like the big one that got them going, and that's almost getting upside shape right now. So I looked at NM today, and I thought, I wonder what these other shippers look like, and GLBS is kind of my go-to. If the baby shippers are going to run, I have no idea if it is. I'm going to finish this video up because I'm already hearing lightning again, and last thing I want to do is blow up another computer. So I'm done babbling. See you in chat tomorrow.